tonight on CTV News at 5.
We've been seeing everybody coming in buying cakes, chocolates, baked goods, you name it. We have been selling it, and it's been fantastic.
Spending for your sweetheart. Businesses feel the love as Valentine's Day nears.
They're then going to be taught how to actually do it in person, often the afternoon of the day that they're actually taught it.
Must love animals. The SPCA launches a new veterinary technician program.
I think we're kind of in shock a little bit.
Plus, speed skating success. Dreams come true for Olympian Courtney Saroux.
Clear and cold tonight. Some snow and flurries return on the weekend.
Live from the Maritimes News Center, this is CTV News at 5.
Good evening and welcome to CTV News at 5. I'm Maria Penopales. Thank you for joining us. First at 5 tonight, business boost. It turns out couples aren't the only ones struck by Cupid's arrow this Valentine's Day. Small businesses are also feeling the love. As CTV's Stephanie Seco shows us, from flowers to chocolate to getting spoiled at the spa, romantics are shelling out the bucks to shower their special someone with affection. Hi, Steph.
Hi, Maria. Valentine's Day comes at a traditionally slower time for a lot of businesses. The last major occasion was New Year's, so the uptick in spending now means a lot to local businesses.
Salted caramel. Okay. And the espresso caramel.
It's not Valentine's Day without something sweet.
We have our Valentine's cupcakes, of course, some different fun flavors, our raspberry almond crumble, and then we also have our fun Valentine's Day chocolates. So we have like our heart-shaped lollipops, our chocolate Bernard the Bear.
It's been a busy week at this bakery in North End, Halifax.
January especially is always so much slower, so February it's nice to get ramped up again and kind of get back into the swing of things.
Across the bridge in Dartmouth, restaurants are gearing up for a full house this Valentine's Day weekend.
We've been pretty well booked out on the Saturday for a while now, and then both Friday and Sunday have kind of filled up as well. So it's a busy one. I mean, we got 3 full days of lovebirds coming to enjoy themselves and have a great meal.
As people look to spoil their loved ones, businesses see the benefits. To get a better sense of just how much people spend on Valentine's Day, Mo Naris looked at data from the 14th and compared it to the week prior. Last year in Atlantic Canada, there was a 311% increase in spending at florists, an 88% increase at grocery stores, suggesting some people were celebrating Valentine's Day at home, and restaurants saw an uptick of 44% over the week prior. Even new businesses are seeing a boost.
This is our first formal event for grown-ups at the Goose, and we sold out, which was really exciting. So we still have some space available for our event tomorrow.
The Curious Goose Community Workshop is giving lovebirds the chance to make something that will last a lifetime.
A friend of ours had a great idea of making Valentine's-themed charcuterie boards. So we'll have a kit here where folks can engrave their names into it with a wood-burning kit.
This will come as no surprise, but florists were extremely busy today. I called around to a few shops and they were all hard at work making sure people got their orders, and they weren't able to spare any valuable time to chat. Maria.
Oh, that makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Stephanie. CTV Stephanie Seacos for us in the news center this evening. That actually brings us to tonight's web poll. We are asking, who do you celebrate with on Valentine's Day? These are your options. That special someone, my family, my friends, or I don't celebrate Valentine's Day. Just go to CTV News at 5 on our website to weigh in and to see our latest poll results. Bruce Briscoe standing by now with a look at the day's headlines. Hi there, Bruce.
Hey, Maria. Horizon Health CEO Margaret Melanson warning that New Brunswick hospitals are so overcrowded, some surgeries may have to be canceled. That's getting a lot of reaction tonight from families with loved ones in the hospital who, those who look after all the seniors. CTV's Laura Brown will have the latest tonight at 6 o'clock. Also tonight, consumers can expect another jump in the price for booze on April 1st, and that's not an April Fool's joke. It's when the federal excise tax on beer, wine, and spirits increases by 2%. It is expected to add millions of dollars to federal coffers. Of course, there's plenty of reaction to that, and we'll hear some of it tonight at 6. And also tonight, Ottawa spending more than $600,000 on crime prevention for young people. Pilot program will be run by the John Howard Society in St. John. The aim is to keep youth out of gangs by giving them lifestyle and mental health support. All the details when you join us tonight at 6 o'clock. Okay, now we'll head over to Kaylin for our first look at the weather and what's been a pretty decent Friday afternoon, I must say.
Yeah, they don't get much better than this in the month of February. It was basically sunny across the entirety of the Maritimes today, the exception being Cape Breton, which was underneath a mix of sun and cloud and still with a chance of a few flurries off the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Temperatures not too bad for February as well. And as we're moving into the early evening hours, they're mostly sitting in the range of around 0 to -4 for most communities in the Maritimes. We are headed into a typically cold February night, though, so keep that in mind if you are heading out for evening and night plans. These temperatures are going to be coming down by a lot of cases by several degrees. Taking a look at things as far as the winds go, they are out of the northwest, and they're being sustained in a lot of cases between 10 and 20 kilometers per hour. We're getting some gusts reported between 30 and 40 kilometers per hour, so there's a breeze around. The winds will be diminishing or getting a little bit lighter as we make our way towards midnight. Over on radar and satellite, very clear conditions heading into the early evening. New Brunswick, most of Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, still some partly cloudy conditions for a few areas of Cape Breton, especially in Inverness and Victoria counties. It is a little ridge of high pressure that's going to be in place for tonight and for the start of the weekend, so no issues initially. Late Saturday, though, and into Sunday, there's a little low pressure system that's going to be coming in, and that is going to return some cloud cover, some flurries, maybe some areas of snow late Saturday into Sunday. And I'll talk more about that when I'm back with the details of the weekend forecast later on. Maria.
The busiest man on local television. Thank you, Kaylin. All right, time for a break here on CTV News at 5. Still ahead, though, find out if you are the lucky winner of a $2,500 gift card to Charm Diamond Centers. We also have these stories.
I'm Derek Haggett in Moncton. Coming up on CTV News at 5, 2 Olympic medals already from Moncton's Courtney Sauro. Her family by her side in Milan, and we'll hear from them coming up.
Hi, McConvey here at the SPCA in Dartmouth. Coming up on CTV News at 5, a new program will soon be offered for veterinary technicians here at the SPCA's college. They're set to welcome new students this spring at a time when they're needed most.
The 2026 Bell AUS Basketball Championships are coming up.
We'll see you on the court February 20th to 22nd here at Scotiabank Center.
Join us for an action-packed weekend filled with games and fun.
For details, visit aushoops.ca.
Time's running out to enter our latest contest. CTV wants you to team up with the Halifax Thunderbirds. You and 3 friends could cheer on Halifax's National Lacrosse League team as they face off against the Las Vegas Desert Dogs on March 7th. We are giving away 4 tickets to the game, a night stay at the Halifax Marriott Harbourfront Hotel, and more. To enter, go to ctvatlantic.ca or click on the QR code on your screen right now. We'll announce the winner on Friday, February 20th. Good luck, everybody. On to our next story here. There's a shortage of veterinary technicians in our region, and the Nova Scotia SPCA has stepped up to offer a new program. CTV's Emma Convey now stopped by to check out their upgraded space.
Veterinarian Mike West has been working on the curriculum for a new veterinary technician program for quite some time. Now he counts down the days until it turns into teaching.
Every subject the students are going to be taught, they're then going to be taught how to actually do it in person, often the afternoon of the day that they're actually taught it.
With a shortage of veterinary technicians as well as places to teach them, the SPCA started planning this veterinary technician program at their College of Animal Welfare 6 years ago.
When we're looking around the province, we know that there's about 500 veterinarians who are registered to work in our province, but there's under 400 vet technicians. Your ideal ratio in a typical hospital setting would be 1 vet to 2 vet techs, and we're not able to achieve that in Nova Scotia.
Tuttle says there are currently vet tech programs in Truro through Dalhousie University and Olton College in New Brunswick. This will be the first in the city.
We'll be caring for our patients. That might involve putting in intravenous catheters to help with fluid therapy. It might involve administering medications, but also monitoring the effect of those medications so they can report back to us veterinarians.
It's a 2-year program and will start with 16 students, then eventually 24 each year. Renovations are almost complete.
We are down to the cabinets being installed and an occupancy permit. And then we have a requirement to get approved by the province that we're working our way through.
The college is taking applications now, and the plan is to welcome new students to the program May 2026. Emma Convey, CTV News, Dartmouth.
Thank you, Emma. Could be a great opportunity for an animal lover out there for sure. A new career option for sure. All right, Kaylin Mitchell joins us once again. Beautiful day out there actually today. Yeah.
For most, again, Cape Breton. A little bit more of a mix of sun and cloud, few flurries that moved in off the Gulf. Here's a view of one of my personal favorite beaches in Nova Scotia. This is Crescent Beach in Lockport. That is a beautiful scene this evening. I'll have more in the forecast coming up next.
We are about to make someone very, very happy. CTV and Charm Diamond Centers want to help you charm your Valentine. Just in time for Valentine's Day, someone is about to win a $2,500 gift card to Charm Diamond Centers to help you express your love for that special someone. Are you ready for it? The winner is Marianne Wetmore from Quispamsis, New Brunswick. Congratulations to you, Marianne, and thank you to everyone who took part. Marianne, you can spend it all on yourself. You don't have to spend it on anyone else. Caitlin, we've been saying that all week, but it's the truth. What a great prize just for Valentine's Day.
Turns out it's been a very lucky Friday the 13th for Marianne.
Yes, hey, good point.
Marianne.
Yeah. How's it looking out there?
Right now, pretty clear. So as we take a look at our sunrise and sunset times, the fact that we had clear conditions for today, we see a very blue sky here in this view. This is near Moncton, New Brunswick. And pretty clear as we're heading into the first part of this evening and tonight around the region as well. Barometric pressure is now starting to rise a little bit after it was lower over the last couple of days. That was in behind that Clipper system, which has now moved past the northern coastline of Newfoundland. In behind it, there's a little ridge of high pressure. It's going to be in place for tonight and the start of tomorrow. But in behind that, there's this weak low pressure system that'll be arriving late on Saturday to the province of New Brunswick, increasing cloudiness for that province, bringing in some flurries. And then by the time we make our way into Saturday night and Sunday morning, that low is going to be moving to a position towards the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia. It may strengthen a little bit as it does so. So not only are there some flurries in the forecast in general from the Maritimes on Sunday, but there may be some areas of snow, especially for a few parts of Nova Scotia and a couple areas of Prince Edward Island. We'll take a look at that in a moment here. First of all, though, not much snow showing on radar. Let's take a look at our timeline for this evening and tonight, and that's not going to show much. Again, expecting fairly clear conditions, but a cold February night. Start of the day for tomorrow is mostly sunny around the Maritimes. There will then be some increasing cloudiness in the afternoon in the southwest of Nova Scotia and western areas of New Brunswick. And additionally, by around mid-Saturday afternoon, that cloud cover may be accompanied by some flurries or periods of light snow in the northwest of New Brunswick. Now, as we make our way through Saturday afternoon and into Saturday evening, the flurries become more widespread for New Brunswick, and there will be a chance of flurries in the southwest of Nova Scotia. And as we make our way through the night and into Sunday morning, the flurries become more widespread for the Maritimes, and then you can see some of the blues beginning to darken a little bit, these darker shades showing up. That's when that low pressure system is making its way towards the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia, and the mostly bands of flurries could intensify for a few spots into some areas of snow. A few areas in particular to watch for, maybe some steadier snow on Sunday, include parts of Prince Edward Island, especially towards the north coast, and especially for Nova Scotia near the Atlantic coastline. And I would say mostly Halifax and east all the way up into Cape Breton. Taking a look at winds in the forecast for tonight, they're mostly going to remain out of the northwest. They get a little bit lighter towards midnight. Tomorrow's winds more out of the west and southwest for the Maritimes and sustained 10 to 20 kilometers per hour with some gusts between 20 and 40. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight around the region. In the north of New Brunswick, mostly between -14 and -17. The southern half of New Brunswick, with lows tonight -10 to -15. Down around -11 for Charlottetown and Summerside for tonight. And a lot of low temperatures for Nova Scotia between -7 and -12, though between -5 and -7 for parts of the coast. High temperatures in the forecast for tomorrow for the province of New Brunswick between 0 and -6, around -4 for Charlottetown and Prince Edward Island, and in Nova Scotia, most of the high temperatures between around -1 and +2. Quick look at Sunday's forecast. Once again, that's when that low pressure system is moving to the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia. The flurries around it may intensify into some bands of snow. High temperatures on Sunday between 0 and -3. Most in the Maritimes can probably expect snowfall amounts ranging from trace up to around 2 to 5 centimeters. However, the possibility that there could be 5 to 10 centimeters of snow for parts of Nova Scotia near the Atlantic coastline and extending into Cape Breton, and maybe even a few parts of Prince Edward Island. Let's take a look at our weather watcher for tonight. And tonight's weather watcher is coming in from 4-year-old Vera White. And Vera has sent us a drawing of flying her kite while her dog chases after a ball. Thank you, Vera. And weather watchers can come in to CTV Weather Watchers, P.O. Box 1653, Halifax, Nova Scotia, B3J2Z4. Or you can email kaylin.mitchell@bellmedia.ca. Maria.
Thank you, Kaylin. So getting a pet can be an emotional and exciting time. And sadly, scammers will take advantage of that. As CTV's Pat Foran shows us, one family wanted to get a kitten for their daughter, but once they paid in advance, it never showed up.
Soshi Palacios of Toronto wanted her daughter Xiomara to have a cat, and due to allergies, they decided to get a Balinese kitten.
The whole purpose of this kitten was to provide some emotional support to my daughter, who's 8 years old, and she does have cerebral palsy. She uses a wheelchair.
They found a kitten on Instagram. The breeder said the selling price was $2,500. When the family said that was too much for their budget, the seller agreed to lower the amount to $1,000.
I replied back, excited and happy, letting her know that I appreciated the adjustment that was made.
They were asked to e-transfer $1,000 in advance, but after they did that, they were told to send another $300 for veterinary fees. They said they'd pay it when they picked up the kitten. That's when all communication stopped.
At this point, we got highly suspicious. There was no more email responses, and then they blocked me on Instagram.
After she was blocked, Palacios realized it was a scam, and she was out her $1,000.
We have no kitten. The funds have been taken.
If they're making excuses not to meet, that would be a red flag. Obviously, you want to engage with the person, you want to meet the animal.
The Toronto Humane Society says scammers operating online sometimes use stock images or stolen photos of pets. Before making a deposit, you'll want proof the pet is real.
Is it a live photo? Is there a way to do a video call? Is there a way to get a video? Just to sort of verify that this is a living, actual being.
Scammers may ask for money in advance, then tack on extra fees for insurance, shipping crates, or vaccines. You should be cautious if they won't meet in person and all correspondence is online. For Palacios, it's been heartbreaking. She wanted her daughter to have a furry companion.
I kind of wanted the kitten to be a little friend that she would have when she came home.
Pat Foran, CTV News.
Thank you, Pat. All right, time for a break here on CTV News at 5, but first some music. This one brings serious global credentials back home. North Preston's Just Chase is Grammy nominated for his work on Chris Brown's album and continues to build his own sound. Tonight's African Heritage Month Music Spotlight features his track, Peep This. Here's a listen as we head to break.
I'm not throwing no shade, yeah. Say you like it, do you like it fancy? That is not a question, come on, Nancy. I got millions on my mind, I'm kinda antsy, yeah. Really same time, getting antsy, yeah. Peep this, let me tell you straight like this.
Canada has won 7 medals so far at the Milano Cortina 2026 Winter Olympic Games, 2 of them by a woman who grew up in Moncton. CTV's Derek Haggett spoke with her family in Italy today.
2 medals in 3 days. It's been quite the week for Moncton speed skater Courtney Soreau at the Milano Cortina Olympic Winter Games.
I feel so grateful. It feels unbelievable. I feel a little bit tired today, but if I'm being completely honest.
It's just as special for her family.
I think we're kind of in shock a little bit and really happy for her, obviously. Each night we're just kind of like, what just happened? What just happened? We have to watch the replays.
The short track speed skater won a bronze medal on Thursday in the women's 500 meters. On Tuesday, she helped Canada win silver in the mixed relay.
We are very proud of course, we know the hard work that she put behind all this and the lows and highs that she had to go through in the past.
Her older brother, not surprised.
I know what she's capable of, and I have full confidence in her, and I expect more to be coming. No pressure.
Thursday's bronze medal, the first time a Canadian outside of Quebec won an individual medal in short track speed skating.
I guess it's just being from a small province. It doesn't limit your dreams.
At 7, she became known as the Pink Suit Girl.
We were in PEI, actually, I believe, at a competition in the early days, and they had a custom-made pink suit they were selling, and she's like, "Mom, can you get me that suit, please, Mom? Please, please."
At 9, Courtney wrote a letter as a class project expressing her desire to one day compete at the Olympics.
She had written the letter about wanting to go to the Olympics and that it was hard work and she was willing to do it.
When she was 13, Courtney began traveling to Fredericton.
She also lived in Moncton, which just didn't have any skaters of her similar speed there at the point in time. So her option was coming to Fredericton at first to be able to train.
Eve, who played in the NHL and in Europe, admires his daughter's discipline.
And we've traveled so much and we've lived in so many different cities. Started in Switzerland, we did it in Munich, we did it in Ontario, we did it in New Brunswick most of the time. She's a trooper.
And Pink Suit Girl's mission isn't over yet. She'll be wearing red and white again tomorrow when she's back on the ice in Milan. Derek Haggett, CTV News, Moncton.
And we will be rooting for her. Courtney, you are amazing. And Mom, Dad, brother, like that award, that medal belongs to you guys as well, because it doesn't happen alone. There's so many people behind all of those athletes. By the way, Courtney Saroux and her Fredericton teammate Ricky Doak will compete in the 3,000-meter women's team relay on Saturday, so we'll be watching for that.
Just from her picture when she was 7, she looked like a medal winner right there.
She had it from the beginning.
Absolutely. Coming up, CTV News at 6, got a couple things to talk about when it comes to the weather, including the weekend forecast. We touched on it, but there is a round of flurries that for a few parts of the region may turn over to a little bit of snow on Sunday.
We'll see you at 6 o'clock for the full picture. Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great weekend. The National News.